Alright then, greetings and welcome once more back to Hiveswap Friendsim. Now we shall apparently visit Amicia again. The little girl who paints with blood and wants to murder people, I think. I guess. Well, let's just see what happens. Party has always been taken with the idea of purchasing a one-way train ticket anywhere and boarding it without looking back. Or in your current case, stowing away without looking back. Details. The idea had always seemed so idyllic. No strings, no obligations. Just you and your journey. The wind in your hair and a taste of freedom on your lips. Your little daydream didn't exactly involve careening across perilous extraterrestrial landscape, but then you've always liked to think of yourself as the kind of person who's open to new experiences. Not to mention, new friends. In practice, though, this tastes less like freedom and more like noxious muck, which is what you're currently surrounded by. It's not unlike the slime that was in Skylar's Recupera Raccoon, except that slime was weirdly soothing, and this is prickly and burny and uncomfortable. You'd thought you were being smart by sneaking on board, jumping into some sort of cargo carriage. Oh, how wrong you'd been. The trade-off for not being caught, then maimed and or killed for your blood color is apparently this. You almost would have preferred the maiming. God knows you're used to taking a beating by now. But hello, Amicia. You look a bit more purple here. What's up with that? Oh, hello, music. Interesting. What are you telling me? Your gown flutters around you as you hop off the train. You feel like a very grimy Disney princess with no shoes. Just the deranged Cinderella who left both glass slippers on the castle steps. Before you can decide in which direction to continue your merry jaunt, it's decided for you. As in, a small bluish missile slams into your midsection and sends you tumbling down the hill behind the train tracks. Rolling over and over and oh goddamn, do you hope you don't kill anyone with your ass, especially not yourself. You land with a hard thwack on your back. Hey, it is you! The concussion you've just sustained must be giving you serious friend hallucinations. Sorry I hacked you so hard. I pushed you down the hill. I forgot how weak and flimsy you are. You take Amicia's offered hand, albeit nervously. You kind of skipped out on her back there, waiting until she was in the Absolution trap and then escaping from her murder studio. You'd been so naive back then that you didn't notice. Hello, that's a big purple person there on the side. Hi, we'll get to you in a second, I suppose. Oh dear. You didn't know about Recupera Raccoons or grub cakes or hate dating, and oh god, that is a giant murder clown, isn't it? Yeah. Wow. She's even bigger than the adult you saw at the bandit lair. God, why? Why, whenever you think you've met the biggest, meanest bastard this place has to offer, it offers up another, meaner, bigger one. Without thinking, you put yourself between Amicia and the purple blood. Pretty dumb considering Amicia can pick you up with one hand, but you just rolled down a hill and you aren't at peak performance. Chahut! It's about time! This is the one I was telling you about. The one with the precious blood. Oh, they have Juggalo makeup as well, huh? The purple blood's slow, lazy smile somehow makes her face paint even more terrifying. She moseys closer, towering over you. A true pleasure, small thing. Any friend of Little Blue is a friend of mine. Especially one who looks so pretty on the newest page of my scrapbook. Your stomach is dissolving into acid fear. Amicia stamps her foot. Don't make murder jokes. My friend is very delicate. You nod furiously. You are so delicate. Just a whiff of murder gives you the vapors. Peace and gospel, Little Blue. I was only playing. Messiahs know I'm owed a bit of fun. And ain't it a fair bit hypocritical? Lecturing me. considering what you were getting up to the first time you and I got to jawing. Ripping off heads and all. Amicia goes blue. Chahut winks and you experience another spasm of fear. You clench your fist so she can see your hands are shaking. To distract you. Oh, that was... what the hell? Did you hear that in the music? It was that kazoo sound thingy. God damn it. To distract yourself, you ask her if she and Amicia are Moirails. You figure that's always the safest one to start with. Safer than, so do you guys hate fuck a lot? Chahut starts grinning again, and Amicia blushes even harder. Okay, they are friends.
No, silly, of course not. I'm way too young for quadrants.
No, a couple of motherfuckers has started younger than you, little blue.
Still, there's no point. I mean, you're leaving in a couple of pedigrees.
Amicia stares at the ground sadly for a few seconds before she gets herself back together.
But that's why tonight's gonna be the best. Our final hunt. And I'm so glad you're here too.
She beams up at you. You try to smile back, maybe achieving half a grimace. When Chahut leans over Amicia, it's with a certain menacing fondness. Sounds like a party, my most vicious sister. Only, we got us a smidge of a scheduling conflict.
Huh?
The massacre's tonight, little blue. Last massacre, I'll see planet side. Gotta present my glutes and testify before my most mirthful messiahs for the last time. You sure didn't get any of that. Every time you think your days of unbounded ignorance are behind you, you turn over a stone to find more little squirming bits of cultural miasms to suck in. Amicia rolls her eyes.
More church. That's seriously all you ever do.
Sister, we talked about this. To praise the mirthful ones is a privilege and a revelation. My pusher beats for them. It smashes its way through the desolate cage of my thoracic struts.
Yeah, I know. You love clown church. You love it so much you should just put it in a quadrant.
Jeez, Amicia, maybe don't shout at the scary giant clown lady. Chahut puts a giant hand on Amicia's head, ruffling her hair like she's an angry puppy. Simmer it down, girl. Good news is, we got us a tiebreaker. She means you, doesn't she? More decisions. Usually we strive for it. But today, it's all up to you, stranger. Oh dear. Let's go to clown church. Fuck it. Take me to clown church. You don't know much about religion, but you have recently become pretty good at reading people. You have the slightest little suspicion that insulting this woman's religion might be unhealthy. Besides, it would be rude. This time when Chahut turns your painted face to you and gives you another of those lazy smiles, you're filled with a sudden flush of excitement. God, what if you could become friends with her? You've never had a friend this cool or this scary. Amicia rolls her eyes.
Fine. Have fun, I guess. Doing totally boring stuff.
You wonder if it's really okay for you to come with Chahut. Isn't she worried about showing up with an alien? In the past, I might have got to worrying over it. But now, fuck it. What are they about to do? Call me? Ha ha. Might thank him for that. Doing a sister a solid and saving me from having to set foot in the filthy reaches of space, where I hear they don't follow the good word as close as they should. None of the motherfuckers here have the globes to step to me, so you should be safe. With me on your side, not even one of those slippery fishes would do shit. Slippery fishes. Does she mean sea dwellers? You've never actually seen one, which makes sense since they, dwell in the sea. But most people seem to be scared of them. You wonder how much higher in caste they are from the clowns. You wonder what they look like. They have gills, and that's about it. There are still so many things you don't know. Yeah, and their ears are just like, you know, the fish flapper thingies. That's about it. You've never been in church before, but you've seen them in movies and goth music videos.
Okay, that got me off guard.
So you know what to expect. Clown Church is not that. It's artistic. There's no pews or statues or sad dude hanging from two perpendicular sticks, but there's an altar and a lot of purple candles and rows of flimsy metal fold-out chairs. I mean, make do with what you got. The same sugary smell that hangs around Chahut fills the place. Someone took stained glass a little too seriously when they decorated, because every inch of window is covered in multicolored... God, why even front anymore? It's blood. Every inch is covered in blood. Spatters of it paint the floor and stone walls. It reminds you of that break room after Connell got done murdering all those kids. Except this seems deliberate. Yeah, would be its church. Like they decided they wanted a little bit of yellow in the corner, so they walked some poor goldblood over and gutted them. Welcome to your salvation, little one. Ha 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 ha. You almost ran out, but now you can't. You need to make friends with Chahut. You hang on to that as you follow her to the front of the congregation. As you pass, various other clowns send out honks of greetings, accompanied by the occasional whoop whoop. Chahut responds to a couple with a casual, "Hey motherfuckers," but most she ignores. Maybe she's too cool for them? You try to make eye contact with anyone as you go by. I'll try not to, even. Or if you happen to look at anyone, you try to throw out the most intense "I'm with her" vibes that you can. A couple throws look as out of place as you do. Okay, not as out of place since they are actually from this planet, but there's some non-purple guys here who look distinctly uncomfortable. A few of them appear to be chained to their chairs. Cool. A purple blood is standing on a platform at the front of the congregation and preaching. Rapping? Whatever it is, it sucks. There's a lot of uninventive swearing and weirdly syncopated honks. Everyone here is extremely into it. There's a lot of answering whoops and fuck yes. All Chahut has to do is stand there and smirk at him, and he trails off into a nasally honk before scrambling off the church stage. You really wish you knew how to command that kind of respect. Then everybody would want to be your friend. Sure. Thanks, brothers and sisters. Today is a singular sort of day. For today I looked up toward the mountain and saw the fire in the sky. That fire is our messiahs, and our messiahs are the fire, feeding a hungry forge in the belly of hell. That sweet salvation of split bone and sulfur-colored eyes. Was it the height of eternal damnation or the sweet flame of revelation? All is red ruin. Woe is us, darlings. Woe. It goes on like that for a while. You zone out a little bit. Some of those a handful of powder into the candle flames, and more of that sugary sharp scent puffs out as colorful smoke billows up. It's the drugs. It's drugs. The purple bloods all start taking deep whiffs of the stuff. It kinda looks like the powder in pixie sticks. Newest member of our congregation. Pixie sticks, And maybe that's why it smells like sugar in here. Oh, she's talking to us now. Invite them to stand up and give glorious thanks. The whole congregation has gone silent. You realize that Chahut is looking at you. And the other clown priest is looking at you. Actually, every single goddamn troll in here is looking at you. Except for one small dude who appears to be trying to chew off his own hand to free himself from his shackles. Your turn to testify. Don't fuck this up, little one. Well, let's preach, let's fake it. It's the only thing you can do. Oh. Shit. They want you to talk. About what? All that stuff Chahut and the other trolls were saying, it just sounded like a bunch of bullshit. So that's what you give them. Yeah, be a bullshit artist. Just bullshit. Reams and reams of fresh, non-GMO, cave-aged bullshit. Honestly, you aren't totally sure what you say. Maybe some stuff about parting the sea, loaves and fishes, a dome and a rock. You throw a couple of whoop-whoops in there for effect, hoping nobody accuses you of cultural appropriation. Luckily, the crowd is feeling it. They all honk and echo what you say. even the cultural allusions they can't possibly understand. They take turns swigging Fago from the communal chalice, passing it around. It's a drug church. Just get high. You can't help but glancing over at Chahut every so often. Sure, all those weirdos are catching what you're throwing, but she's the one whose opinion you actually care about. She's your current friendship target. She's nodding in approval, occasionally crossing her hands over her chest in what looks kind of like a gang symbol, but maybe just a religious gesture. You finish with something about foxes and the jaws of the universe, the convergence of fate and the cyclical nature of reality. Time is a flat circle. It absolutely is. Time is a flat circle. That one is good. That one is always true. You think you're actually filled with the spirit? Whatever the fuck that means. It could just be that weird smoke. Yeah, it's drugs. Knew I didn't make a mistake when I put my faith in you, little one. She pushes several dudes out the way to lean over you, and you don't feel fear now so much as intense pride. Damn, it feels good to have 50 clowns honking at you for pulling something straight out of your ass. Little one is kind of creepy and you wish she'd stop saying it, but you guess it's accurate. I mean, compared to her, yes, it's affectionate. At least, it's fine. Little one is fine. You are a little compared to her, and there's only one of you. Come here, darling. Oh, that's an upgrade. Darling, that's friendly. That one's creepy. Darling is a bit creepy. Get up here. Up. How? Two younger purple grab you by the legs. Ow. The church sways around you and you find yourself at clown height, face to face with Chahut. Up close you can see the cracks in her makeup, and might be the light in here, but her yellow eyes look tinted purple. Yellow eyes? What? She pulls you close, one giant claw tipping your chin up. She's so close. She leans in and your whole body flashes hot. Oh god, this... You brace for those big clown lips. Instead, Chahut clamps her hand over your mouth. You jerk as your air supply is promptly cut off. The clowns holding you up stagger until you remember that you can breathe through your nose. Makeup, of course. You see something out of your peripheral vision, and then something sticky and cold is sprayed onto your cheek, an acrid stench making you choke. You struggle, but the clowns don't let you go. Chahut sprays something on the other side of your face. You feel it sinking tacky and stinging into the skin of your cheeks. She releases you for a moment and switches the can of spray paint to the other hand. What the hell? Is that even supposed to be used on skin? Well, their skin, yes. Probably not. Hold still, darling. She takes another can from a nearby troll and paints a line across your forehead. Her own brow furrowing in concentration. You know what she's doing. She's baptizing you, covering you in the plaint of her people. You are being initiated. You can hardly believe it. Tears threaten at the corner of your eyes as you realize you are actually becoming part of a group. Someone on the sterile plan is actually letting you into their inner circle. Even if it is a circle of shitty clowns who go around murdering people and drinking the worst story in the galaxy. Don't get too overcome now, small thing. I don't rightly even know what you are or where something like you came from. But I can feel the spirit flowing through those alien veins of yours. It's fucking godly, my little one. Amazing, this is so good. Anyone who initiates you into their weird cult definitely wants to get all up in your friendship grill. I mean, yeah, cults are, friendly towards each other usually. It's just the problem when you start doing the illegal stuff and when the cult leader starts making you do illegal things and kind of, it becomes really, really, really bad. Anyway, cults are good until they're not. Basically, and they always go wrong. Chahut paints another line, this time over your nose. The paint is starting to sting. The paint on your forehead especially. Oh wait, that's not paint, that's Chahut drops the spray can. She's looking at her fingers. Now you've seen that expression before, on someone bluer and much shorter. Deep crimson drips off her claw. After weeks of rainbow blood, your own blood color looks strange to you. Now you think about it, it's been a while since you've seen your own blood. Wild. You must be getting better survival instincts. Precious blood. Precious indeed, sister. The two other purple bloods put you down with subservient honks. All of the other clowns here treat Chahut with a reverence bordering on awe. Is it because she's the oldest? Or the largest? Or maybe just the most badass? Your feet barely hit the floor before Chahut takes you by the hand. You smile up at her, happy to go anywhere she leads. Friendship feels so good, especially with people who are bigger and stronger and cooler than you. Which is basically everyone on this planet, but Chahut is especially strong and cool. I think we're dying though. I think we're dying. You're so busy, feel great about your new elite status. At first you don't realize what's happening, where Chahut is leading you. It's to a corner of the church that is a little more bare than other spots. Ah, oops. As in, there isn't as much blood. As in, it's the perfect canvas for some fresh blood. Some precious mutant blood. You don't know why Chahut didn't go for you right when you met. Maybe the time wasn't right. Maybe the sight of your red stuff has triggered something in her murder troll hindbrain. Regardless, you get the feeling you're about to be reunited with the color of your blood quite suddenly and thoroughly. Wait, you thought you were getting initiated? Hell yeah! You're an initiate, my dazzling crimson darling. An initiate of the rarest and most laudable power. A blood initiate. A sacrificial beast. You ain't gonna get a better offer than that. Well, when she puts it like that... no, you still would rather not die. Oops. Well, this took a turn. Not unexpected, I suppose, but let's try to fix that. Let's try and... Oh, it is clicked here. Of Chahut Menad. Okay. Hello. Let's go to Clown Church again. But this time, let's kinda wimp out apparently. Let's get murdered in a different way. You stand there in a cacophony of honks and whoops, trying to dredge up a little spirit inside you, but you just can't. All that noise sounds so much like jeering, and you'd think you'd have gotten used to negative reinforcement, but apparently it's still enough to trip you up. You open your mouth and all that comes out is a croak, like you're a frog of failure. Chahut's big hand lands on your shoulder. She looks wistful through the clown paint. That's okay, hun. Sit down before you strain something. Encased in a fugue of shame, you do. God, why couldn't you have kept it together for once in your pathetic life? The clown next to you gives you a consoling pat on the knee and offers you a half-empty bottle of Faygo. You are so despondent that you barely cast a thought to jiggle all good germs, or the fact that Faygo is disgusting. It hits your taste buds like a bitch slap. Around you, the congregation is getting rowdier. The troll beside you shrugs his shoulders like, what can you do? He has a hat and a charming smile, at least you think he does. You're starting to feel a little weird. Faygo isn't alcoholic, is it? I would go easy on that stuff if I were you, the troll says. His hand hasn't left your leg. In fact, it's moved from your knee to your thigh. The first time is always rough. Pff, whatever, you're fine. You know about controlled substances. You're really good at drugs, okay? You're a serious drugger. Druggist? For real though, what is in this stuff? You got high with Sarava and tipsy with Chixie. That rhymes, you should put that in their next rap. But this is different. This is your brain blowing wide open and the atmosphere pouring in. This is the cosmos kissing your frontal lobe with way too much tongue. Hey, this is my supplicant. Maybe find your own. Chahut is standing next to you again. She removes the clown guy's hand from your thigh and extricates the bottle from your grip. Hey, you weren't done with that. On the other side of the church, someone throws another handful of colorful powder into the fire. More smoke billows up and you feel another wave of dizziness. Maybe it's the interaction of the Faygo and the smoke. Is that how science works? I think it is. Such bad form, said the troll who had given you the Faygo. Bring an alien to your last massacre? I don't think you had no respect for your messiahs at all. I think, brothers and sisters, that I might agree with that. A voice rings out across the church. At first you think that it's in your head, the product of whatever weird soup all the competing substances have created, but everybody else hears it too. Chahut goes rigid beside you, her big, vicious mouth stretched into an oh fuck of shock. The congregation falls to its knees in a clattering wave. Seriously, you've never heard a crowd of people go quiet so loudly. Chairs are kicked out of the way or knocked over. Kneeling down, Chahut's head comes up to your chest. She and the clown in the hat each push down on one of your shoulders. Motherfucker, get down. You hit the deck. You have expected blood splatters to seep through your dress, but it just gusts flaky and dry underneath your knees. You, sister, that your alien? Where the hell is that voice coming from? It's deep and gravelly and probably male. Oh. Hold up. What you initially thought was one of Romel's knockoff paintings hanging behind the altar turns out to be a screen, which is now turned into a grey silhouette with horns. Is everybody here bound some dude who literally Skyped into Clown Church and doesn't even have a user pic? Your Excellency, I wouldn't describe them as my alien exactly. A little too pathetic to really put much bother to. There's a murmur of agreement from the surrounding trolls. Dang, tough crowd. A long snort breath crackles into static. Who are you to say who or what is pathetic? Chahut winces. You are all feckless wrigglers without a bean in your think pans. All the lowbloods in here look absolutely terrified, which is nothing new, but for once they aren't the only ones. Everyone here is afraid, the purple guys included. You, come closer, little heretic. Let me get a gander. Me? Who? What the fuck you mean, who, sister? The motherfucker I'm jabbing my point stump at. You and Chahut share a quick nervous glance. Her throat bobs visibly. Sir, I think you got your webcam turned off. Oh, dang, hold up. You hear a lot of rustling and swearing. All of you hang in the awkward limbo of an old person struggling with technology. The screen flickers and you can just make out a pair of hulking shoulders. Sir, you've got the light behind you. Never mind the light, motherfucker. You, the hornless one in the rumpus robe. Come closer, child. Oh, you. Oh, of course it's you. Being the main character is exhausting. You move close to the altar, although you aren't actually sure where the camera is. This guy is someone you would be able to tell that even if everyone here wasn't bowing to him. His voice has a certain quality to it. That's close enough. I'm not trying to look up your sniff nub. Child, you got any notion as to who I fucking am? None. Except that he is possibly important. It's always a real good time when important people get interested in your insignificant ass. I decide whose ass is insignificant in this house. You comprehend? Sure. Sir. Excellency? How long have you been rambling amongst my brethren? At least a couple of weeks. No more than a month. How many are here with you? Just you. And an alien invasion force of one, all just wandering the countryside. And still pulling in oxygen. Would have thought someone would have picked their dentition with you by now. Same. You got any muscle definition, wriggler? You show him the gun show, as in you show him how very empty the weapons locker is. Too weak for the front lines. Too ugly to fill a pail with. He laughs, low and lecherous. Although your strut sticks ain't so bad. Oh, did the giant clown just say that you have nice legs over troll FaceTime? You'll get Chahut for help, but she's too busy checking out your gams. Sober you might have been uncomfortable. Fago drunk you's pretty zen about it. You're sure it's only a matter of time before you fuck an alien. If it's got to be a big giant clown, well, so be it. Shooting high, aren't you? Now you just feel silly. You're sure this guy that you aren't really after that kind of stuff. There's only one thing we really truly long for in this world. And what's that, child? Power, wealth, the right to keep living? I mean, the last one, yeah. Yikes. You realize that everyone in this goddamn church is looking at you, waiting for your answer. Chahut looks like she just wants to grab your shoulders and shake you. Geez, no pressure. Friendship. You tell him. He laughs long and hearty at that one. You utter it stoically, it's the truth. You! Bigger and significantly more attractive motherfucker. Chahut comes to attention. What's your caste name, child? Minot, Excellency. If I understand rightly, you are about to undergo the ordeals. Chahut nods. She looks a little seasick. You're not sure what the ordeals are, but everything about them sounds bad, including the name. Maybe get your shit shot with this one right here. They seem to have the strategy for surviving against all reasonable odds and decency. You could probably use a friend like them. He jabs another big finger at you. And Wriggler? Yeah? Don't let me see your face again. The call disconnects and the screen goes blank. When you point yourself toward the front of the church, everyone scrambles to get out of your way. It's like the big clown's attention has conveyed us some honorary status on you. Probably nobody will mess with you for, a half hour at least. Hey, that's better than nothing. You aren't really going anywhere, you just need some fresh air before you pass out. Chahut emerges soon after. She looks nearly as winded as you feel. You ask if she's mad at you, since that could be potentially dangerous to both your life and your burgeoning friendship. Mad? Why would I be mad? Because your inexplicably magnetic charm worked on both my best girl and the figurehead of my church. You flush. The real question is, did it work on her? Chahut sighs. What the hell? Old motherfucker told me to listen to whatever it is you can teach. Right, he did. That basically makes the two of you friends by theocratic decree even. Ha, guess so. So darling, teach me your ways. Well, first of all, you gotta fall down a lot. Okay, well, we're friendship by official church decree. That could be worse, you know what? At least she's friendly. You know what? Chahut seems like the one more friendlier ones, even though she's a crazy murder clown as well. But she's nice. You know, I like her. She's nice. Overall, comparative to everything, you know, could be worse. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, murder clowns are nice. Sort of, sometimes. Most of the time, not really though, but this one is, kinda, sometimes. Except when she decides to murder us and use it bait. Anyway, bye-bye for now. Don't be a murder clown, I guess. Do put on Juggalo face mask. That really fucks up with like facial recognition software though, apparently. From what I recall reading somewhere. That's really good. If you're feeling in like a rebellious mood or something, I don't know. That's an option. Go for it, I guess. Or something. I don't know. Fuck the system? I don't fucking know. Fuck the algorithms overall. I fucking hate them. Anyway. Bye.